Breaking news. It is being reported that the FBI has warned California of possible attacks from Iran. Iran, baby!
Something surprising just happened in the United States, and it's causing a lot of conversation online. FBI sent an alert to law enforcement agency warning about a possible Iranian drone threat targeting California. According to the officials, the warning suggested Iran may have considered launching drones from an offshore face to target on the United States West Coast. Now, the situation has sparked intense reaction online, especially among the white folks and the black Americans, discussing what this could mean for security, foreign policy, and Americans' role in global politics. And clips of people reacting to this news spread across social media. The debate has only gotten louder. So before we break this down, I want you to watch some of the clips people have reacted on online talking about this. Take a moment and listen carefully to what is being said in those clips. This reaction has been circulating across the internet and has triggered thousands of comments from viewers across the United States and beyond. Pay attention to the perspective being shared here, because right after this, we are going to talk about why this conversation is gaining so much attention. All right, so let's watch some of those clips.
FBI warning of possible Iranian drone attacks on our homeland. A new alert reviewed by ABC News revealing Iran's aspirations to conduct a surprise attack specifically against unspecified targets in California. The FBI saying it's warned police departments across the Golden State now of strikes by unmanned aerial vehicles or drones as tensions rise in the Middle East.
President Trump, what have you heard about this bulletin that some law enforcement put out about a possible Iran revenge plot in California, where there would be some kind of a boat offshore launching drones towards the...
It's being investigated, but you have a lot of things happening, and all we can do is take them as they come. And the war itself is being prosecuted as well as anybody has ever seen, and this is other countries telling me too. Big countries, powerful countries, they said they've never seen anything like it.
So since this is happening in this direction and they can't escape what will happen in this war, which is people dying, and I guess even to the degree of American soldiers, which they really don't want to have to deal with, dying.
This is what the fake news misses. We've taken control of Iran's airspace and waterways without boots on the ground. We control their fate. But when a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president.
The FBI is saying that California might be the victim of a drone strike from Iran, but that is impractical and unrealistic, and I'll explain why. The unrealistic side is that Iranian missiles can only travel 2,000 miles total. California, at its closest, is 7,000 miles away from Iran. So that is unrealistic. The impractical portion of it is that if Iran was going to strike the United States, why would they?
Y'all seeing this stuff, man? So California right now, today, on this Wednesday, March 11, 2026, they are saying that California could fall under a drone attack from Iran. So they got California on high alert, man. Somebody in the comments said, but Trump don't live in California. So why is California being targeted?
I know a PSYOP when I see one.
The FBI warning police departments in California to be ready for possible drone strikes from Iran and what is believed to be possible retaliation for American attacks on the country.
Well, that's interesting because 4 drones were stolen from a company named Skydio in Fort Campbell. Skydio is a U.S. drone manufacturer that has supplied surveillance drones to the IDF.
If you live anywhere in California, so they're basically saying a ship armed with drones is going to get close enough to California and let those drones loose. And we talking about California, let's talk about New York. I ain't never heard this many helicopters flying around New York. What's really going on? What we have to know is that we're not getting the truth about everything. 1 minute, somebody's on television saying that the war can end in 11 days. Then the next minute, they're saying that Iran is planning on allegedly hitting California with a drone attack.
Let me get this straight. So first, the FBI announced that Iran could potentially attack California with drones. And now they're saying that someone stole drones from one of our military bases. Very weird. Very odd. Something smells fishy here.
So breaking news, apparently the FBI told California, police departments to watch out for drone attacks from Iran. And they gave this warning as early as mid-February. Cool. Why'd y'all even release that info? But like, hear my train of thought of why I'm asking that question. So you guys knew about this in mid.
The reason why I feel like that this drone attack threat in California could be real is because they got access to those waters, Iran, to put ships on those waters with drones on those ships. And it would be very, very easy to do, guys. If you remember, guys, recently I did a video where I was talking about Iran actually has a facility that produces 500 drones a day.
They said that Iran said if Dookie Booty was to attack them, then they was going to send drones to attack Cali. Everything that I look up says that's highly incapable for them to be able to get drones to Cali, let alone the West Coast. But what they could do is activate the motherfucking sleeper cells. I'm sure they got sleeper cells all over the U.S. So that's more likely, is that they got some sleeper cells and they about to activate their ass. I'm also thinking they might be saying
Iran has quietly entered a national security conversation stretching across America's West Coast. Not because something has happened, but because something might happen. Here's what's confirmed. No fluff, just facts. Federal authorities recently warned law enforcement agencies about a possible scenario involving Iran and unmanned drones. According to the alert, Iran could attempt a surprise attack launching drones from a vessel of the U.S. coastline towards targets somewhere in California. But officials say this warning came from intelligence. That is not confirmed. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the state is aware of the...
Oh, we at war. Here they come with the bullshit. If you live in California, you need to pay attention. Breaking news, y'all. The FBI just informed the law enforcement. It's a threat from Iran, possibly attacking California with drones. The fuck? It's getting crazy, y'all. This on our soil now. The whole West Coast need to be worried about this. Just not California. Now, when this report came out, you got people from Iran talking about, we never said that.
Breaking news. The FBI has put out an alert to California and the California Police Department, alerting them of a Iranian-aspired drone attack supposed to happen. They are saying that they plan, literally, to launch a drone attack against California by pulling up a boat and launching a surprise drone attack off the West Coast. Because as you guys know, they can't launch long range.
Breaking news. It is being reported that the FBI has warned California of possible attacks from Iran. Iran, baby. Please leave us out the group chat. We voted for Kamala. We don't even like this guy. The thing is, Iran, baby, us in Californians, we just want to eat our burritos and go to the beach. We didn't vote for this clown.
There's a new warning today of possible Iranian drone attacks on the West Coast. We are learning that the FBI has alerted police departments across the state that Iran could retaliate with strikes in California. Oakland police did confirm with NBC Bay Area that they have been alerted of a heightened risk. And Governor Newsom says that the state has been working with federal and local partners to collect intelligence, but he did say that there is no imminent...
Excuse me? Yeah, That's not coming from Iran. All I'm gonna say, if there's something happening in California, the call is coming from inside the house. The White House. Okay, goodbye.
Last night, I said who was gonna be the first one to go through the Strait of Hormuz. Baby, it was Thailand. And Iran blew their fucking ship up. Them motherfuckers sitting on a boat taking pictures of them and the ship behind them. What are y'all not getting? Iran is not playing with us. China may get through. Russia can get through. Hell, even North Korea can get through. They even let fucking India through. They not letting nobody else through.
All right. That's right there. Explain why this conversation is spreading so quickly online. You can immediately see that people are reacting not only to the security warning itself, but also to the bigger question it raises. Some viewers feels concerned about the possibility of threats reaching American cities. Others are questioning how likely such a scenario really is, and that differences in perspective is exactly what is fueling the online debate right now. Looking at this situation from a neutral point, it's important to understand that security alerts like this doesn't necessarily mean an attack is imminent. In fact, officials later emphasized that the alert was based on unverified information and there was no concerned threat to California at the time. Hopefully, this should be true. This kind of warning are often issued out of caution so authorities can prepare for potential risk. So why the headlines sound dramatic? The reality is that intelligence agencies sometimes share alerts simply to stay ahead of possible dangers. They are protecting themselves ahead of Iranian attack. But this story connects to something much bigger happening globally. Tension between the United States and Iran has been escalating in recent months, especially after military strike and retaliatory action across the Middle East. In modern conflicts, drones have become one of the most widely used tools in warfare. They are relatively inexpensive, easy to deploy, and capable of reaching targets from long distance. Because of that, security experts around the world are increasingly concerned about how drone technology could be used in future conflicts. So when authorities talk about potential drone threats, they are often thinking about how warfare is evolving in the modern era. And yes, another reason this story is spreading so fast online is because it touches on several sensitive topics at the same time. First, it involves national security, which always draw public attention. Secondly, it relates to international conflicts, particularly tension with Iran as at the moment. And third, the reaction from different communities across the United States are creating a wider conversation about how Americans interpret global events. Social media attention to amplify this discussion very quickly, especially with short clips of people reacting begin circulating. That is why a single news alert can suddenly turn into a nationwide conversation. Moments like this remind us of how complex global politics can be. When events happen thousands of miles away, they can still influence discussion inside the United States. At the same time, the internet has changed the way people react to news. Instead of waiting for international analysts, many of people now watch reaction clips, comment section, and social media discussions to understand how others are interpreting events. And sometimes this conversation becomes just as important as the original news story itself. What we are seeing here is really a reflection of how interconnected the world has become. A conflict in one region can spark security discussion in another. Yes, A government alert can turn into a viral online debate, and people from different backgrounds can interpret the same news in completely different way. Yes, that's just it. That's the reality of modern information and modern geopolitics. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe warning like this are necessary precaution, or do they sometimes create unnecessary fear? Do you think modern technology is becoming one of the biggest security challenges for countries around the world? And how do you think global conflicts influence conversation inside the United States? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this kind of global reaction discussion, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more conversation like this. And don't forget to share this video so more people can join the discussion. And I'll see you in the next one.